Auto Tuesday evening, time for some more cool memorabilia here on Toy Tuesday. We've only got one piece to check out tonight, but it is a very detailed piece. So I know it's going to take a few minutes to study it. Probably won't be real long tonight, but this one piece deserves a little bit of time spent on it to really take it in and catch some of the details in it and really see what this thing is, because it is, I think it's a really great piece. You know, when you come up with something like this, you usually got to pay up for it, and we kind of had to, but I don't know where you would find something like this. There were probably a few of them out there. Hey, there's Pete, but not very many of them. I'm sure there were copies made because out of necessity. There's Big Red, but this is a piece that you don't see very often. I've told you about this piece. I've told you it was coming. We got it a couple of months ago, almost 2 months ago, about 6 weeks ago, last time we were down at Auburn Court Duesenberg. It's kind of a knockout piece. I was kind of surprised Doug put a price on it. But when he did, it's kind of one of those things, you kind of got to buy it because it probably isn't going to be there next time if he's even considering selling something like this. So Steve's here with us. Anyway, without further ado, let's get out this real. I mean, I bought a lot of great stuff at Auburn Court Duesenberg, guys. You know that. You've seen the caps, the badges, the emblems, things like that. This is kind of a little bit different. Now, this is a copy. It's not the original hand-drawn blueprint. So I'm assuming this was probably a copy that was used throughout the factory. Obviously, they couldn't draw a couple dozen copies of a blueprint to use throughout the factory. But anybody that was doing any test fitting, assembling, anything like that would have needed to have one of these. So that meant they probably took the original to a printer where they made copies of it. Hey, there's Bill Disc. So they could use it in different parts of the factory. That's what I think this piece is. No way to prove it, no way to document it, but it's old and it is super cool. So let's check it out. It is somewhat framed. It's not in a great frame. Jeff from Ottawa is here. Hey, there's John. It's definitely early. No way to prove that this was from the 30s unless maybe you had the paper dated or something. But this is a pretty magnificent piece. It's 24 by 36, 2 foot by 3 foot, with a blueprint of the 1936 Cord 810 sedan. Now we're going to sit this down, take the camera over here a little bit closer, and let you guys get a little bit better look at this piece. So let's get this thing off the tripod. There goes the hearts. I think it's a really special piece. Never seen anything like it. I can't guarantee you it's from 1935, but it is really old looking paper. Very easily could have been around. They found it rolled up in a tube that probably hadn't been opened since they moved the factory to Broken Arrow in 1960. So let's get the camera down here and take a little bit closer detailed look at this amazing piece. At least I think it's pretty amazing. Let's see what you guys think. All right, we're going to start down here in this corner. I hope the glare isn't too bad from the plastic that this is under. The Auburn Automobile Company, November 26th, 1935 through April 24th, 1936. I don't know what that range of date means unless that was, I really don't know. The Auburn Automobile Company, the model 810 5-passenger sedan. Actually, there's two different names with those dates. Maybe those were different times when people signed off on something. Who knows? Now, by looking at the condition of the paper, I mean, we can see some tears in it. We see some staining in it. Try to keep the shadow and the glare out of here for you guys. As we look around the outside perimeter, we can see where this was actually tacked or stapled. like it was, set up in the factory, stapled or pinned to a board. We can see it in both corners, especially the damage to the corners where this thing had staples or pins in it holding it up. Jim made it tonight. Peter from down under. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate that. So this to me looks old. We see different, I don't know if you guys can see it with the glare, different fading in the paper over the years. We see holes even around the outside edges where this thing had been pinned up. There goes the hearts. So there again, this is complete speculation. This was a copy of the original blueprint that was probably in the plant to help double check specifications as cars were being built. Double check them as they come off the line. But that's what I'm guessing is this was an original copy that was in the factory that was rolled up in a tube, got moved to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma in 1960 until they recently rediscovered it at the factory. Big Rig Brett here tonight. The hearts are a-flowing. So let's go back down here and let's check some of this out. This thing is crazy detailed. Look at these dimensions. Connie's with us tonight. Look at the insane dimensions on this piece. You could check everything. Look at the different heights from the ground to the rocker to the edge of the seat. Different specifications with the front, with the seat forward and backward. The different dimensions from the steering wheel to the seat. Just an absolutely insane amount of detail. I'm with you, John. That's why Doug priced this thing, and Addie and I talked about it as like, we got to own it. Lewis is here with us. So that's why I wanted to show you the tears, the staple holes, the pin holes, the differences in the coloring. I don't know if you can kind of see right there. Yeah, you can see it real clearly there. The water staining. That's why, to me, I think it's a real deal. I think this came out of the factory. I think this was used when these cars were being built in 1936 as kind of a checkpoint thing for the for when cars were being built. There again, that's my personal opinion, and I have definitely been wrong before. But this thing is insane when it comes to detail. We move up to the iconic front end of the car. Check this out, guys. It shows the specifications where the headlight sits when it's closed up at the fender. The different heights to the front bumper. Same thing on the center of the wheel. This is just crazy, crazy, crazy detail. That's kind of what it is, Brett. It's checking everything. There's no doubt about it. If we look at the top of the car from the side view, overall length of body. So there's all these dimensions along the roof line and the top as well. Formal dining. Hey, I'm with you. This could go in a formal dining room, and I would not hesitate a bit. Look at the dimensions with the trunk lid open. So just, to me, this is insanely cool. And this is one of the 4 drawings on this sheet. Let's look at one of the smaller pieces here on the corner. The right front corner view. from the center line of the car to the headlight, center line to the edge of the windshield frame, center line of the tire tread to the center line of the car. How cool is this stuff? This is just, to me, this is insane. Now, the rear of the car from the center line as well. Hey, there's Leo. All right, check out the rear. Center line of the car. We have dimensions to the center of the tire. Dimensions to the center of the tail light. Dimensions to the edge of the trunk lid. Dimensions to the wheelhouse. And then we've got the upper view of the car, looking straight down from the top. We have the center line all the way through the entire car. And now we have our dimensions out from the center line to the edge of the car. Shows the back seat, center line to the side panel right in front of the back seat. The overall width of 69 1/8. Hey, there's Joe with us. Dimensions, steering column, shows the steering wheel. Dimensions on the firewall width. Entire width of the front bumper. So, like I told you guys, we were going to need to spend a few minutes with this thing because I think it's crazy cool. You just about could build your own cord with it. I apologize for the reflection. I didn't really want to take it out of the frame. They've got it in there. I'd like to maybe eventually find a better frame for it, but for right now, it's in there and it's protected. You know, that's another great thought, Pete. John says it's right as rain, but you're another good thought, Pete. Everything is scaled to match. If this was a Hobby Lobby type thing, they wouldn't care. These pictures may be way smaller just to kind of fit them in a certain diameter, but you're right. Everything is scaled to match the car and the drawing. So when I look at the condition of the paper, I look at this information down here, the dates from 1935 and 1936. Hey, there's Gary. That's why I paid up for it. When he priced it, I figured I probably needed to own it. It was not cheap. I buy a lot of stuff from Doug, a lot of stuff that we share with you guys, just like the cord wheel cover on this month's raffle. So I do get some stuff to share with you guys as well. So I did think I got him to come down like $50 on it or something, but it didn't, he didn't budge much. And I can't say that I blame him. It was a pretty magnificent piece. So you're right, Jeff. This is one of those pieces that if you don't buy it when you're standing there, you'll never see another one. And it's real easy to say that. It's very easy to say that, especially when it comes to signs and things like that. A lot of these signs that we do have around here, it's easy to say, oh, you may never see another one, but you do see some of these. The Marfac, that was a sign we looked for a long time, but you do see them. They are out there. The Vidal, the Texaco stuff, they're out there. You do see them occasionally, even the Lincoln Fordson. You do see that stuff occasionally. I don't think I'm going to stumble onto another one of these, what I do honestly believe to be a factory cord 810 blueprint that was used in the factory, pinned up on a board, and used to double check dimensions on either test cars as they were being built or production cars coming off the line. That's kind of what I thought, John. I look at a lot of this stuff like that. I can go out and make more money and sell some more parts. Going to take a little more extra work, put a few more extra hours in, but I don't think I'm stumbling across another one of these things. So, and maybe, and maybe that was the difference in the dates. Maybe the November of 35, maybe that was when they were using it to test some prototypes, and maybe it went back out there for production cars in April of 36. Who knows? Pete says it was probably used to make stampings. Now that could be too. Could have been in the stamping factory, where they were double checking all the parts coming out of the dies. So that very well could be what happened too. When the trunk lids came out of the dies, they had to make sure they were going to fit there when they mocked them up on a body. Like I said, it could be 100 different things that this could have been used for. But to me, I think it's real. Doug did say they found it rolled up in a tube at the factory. And like I said, nobody's probably ever opened the tube since they loaded those tubes up in 1960 and hauled them to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So anyway, guys, I'll show it to you real close one more time for some of you guys that got on late maybe, where you can get a little better idea of some of these dimensions and the detail in this particular piece. I don't see anything specifically on names of draftsmen, unless these guys were the draftsmen and maybe, Marquis did it first and then Hessler maybe retouched it. I don't know. Maybe that's the difference in the dates. Maybe Marquis drew it originally in November of 35, and maybe there were some updates. That could very easily be there were some updates by April of 36 that they needed to change. I bet you're right on that, Jim. That would make sense. Just like the wheel covers we've talked about before on the wheel covers, like Doug taught us, the wheel covers on 36, 37 Cords originally did not have holes in them, but they were having brake fade issues due to heat, so they had to stamp holes in them. So that would make sense. That's a great theory, Jim, that maybe these were the draftsmen. Marquis drew it in November of 35. Hessler made some revisions in April of 36. So maybe that's what happened. Or maybe they're different managers for these different departments. That's something else. Are these different departments that these would have gone to? Not sure. But it is drawn to 1/8 scale. It tells us that. And we do know it is the Model 810 5-passenger sedan. Pete thinks those are the names of the draftsmen too. Okay. So that could very well be it. There again, that's why we do this stuff. We all learn something. Hey, there's Buick Man. Yeah, that'd be something else. Google those names in Auburn and see if they pop up. So that's what we've got for tonight. Actually, I thought this would be a fairly short episode, just having one piece to look at. But obviously, it took a little longer than I thought. But a lot of you guys had some great input, which definitely helps us all learn something. Hey, there's Frank. So anyway, I told you guys I had something cool from Auburn Cord Duesenberg. So how cool was that? Was I right or was I fibbing to you when I told you I had something really, really cool from Auburn Cord Duesenberg? Pete studied drafting in high school and early years of college. Pretty sure that's legit. Nice. You always hope that something you buy is completely original and legitimate, but you never know. So, gonna watch it again. I don't even know where we're at on signs in here, Peter. We got them everywhere. Holy cow. I don't even know where to start on signs at this point. I don't think we did the Hutmobile. Maybe we can go catch the Hutmobile real quick. So let's go catch the Hupmobile sign over in this corner. We grab a tape measure. We'll go take a quick look at that one before we wind things up. So. You guys that didn't make it to the gathering, you want to see all the promos that we've looked at so far in one shot? It's actually not a visible Big Red, and I know I keep forgetting to go get it. It is a dual pump. It's not a dual visible. It is a dual electric. But thanks for reminding me. I got to get that picked up tomorrow. I keep forgetting to go get it. So that's exactly right, Bill. It's all done on a computer now. So anybody want to see all the boxes of promos that we've already looked at on Sunday night at one shot after we get done with the Hupmobile sign? Going to kind of weasel my way back here into the corner. And this is a beautiful sign. I actually got this one I got it from Robbie Wolf. I picked it up at his shop one time from American Pickers. So, yeah, no, I definitely want it. So, this is a really nice Hupmobile. I've got 3 Hupmobile signs, I think, but this is by far the best one condition-wise. Nice deep blue against the white. I don't even remember if this is double-sided or not. Yep, it is. It's double-sided. And it is right at 36. And it's probably about 24 as well, honestly. Maybe a little less. Nope, it's 24. So that is a great looking double-sided Hupmobile sales and service. Hupmobile, never an extremely popular car, not a sign you see a lot of. That's why it's kind of odd that I've actually got, I think, 3 porcelain Hupmobile signs. But pretty nice piece. Like I said, got it from Robbie Wolf, so I had to pay up to get it, but it was such a great piece and such great colors and something a little bit different. The hearts are a-flowing. I'm taking that as a good sign. I'm taking that as the fact that you guys like it. But a good-looking Hupmobile sales and service, double-sided porcelain. And the hearts are still flowing. So I'm taking that, meaning the fact that you guys are digging the Hupmobile sign as well. All right. We'll walk by. I'm gonna scan the boxes of promos just so that you can see everything we've done. I actually looked at the boxes we haven't done. We have 16 that we haven't looked at yet. So we've still got 16 more Chevy promos to go out of this big Chevy promo collection that Dad and I bought. But real quick, here's the ones that we've already looked at. These are all of the original Chevy promos that we've been doing over the last several Sunday nights. Well, maybe being owned by Robbie. I don't think my name adds much value to it. It may actually detract from the value, but yeah, there is actually a gargoyle over by that Marfak as well. Hey, Matt got his name changed. And fireworks. So there you guys go in one shot. All of the Chevy promos that we have looked at so far. All right, guys. Wow, we're 25 minutes already, so that went fast. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let you guys get going tonight. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. I love the feedback I got on it. I'm glad, at least I hope you guys are excited. We got some great comments. Like I said earlier, I've been telling you for the last 6 weeks, I've got something really, really, really great from Auburn Core Duesenberg. So like I said just a minute ago, I hope you guys don't think I was fibbing to you. I hope you guys think it was just as cool as I did. So, yeah, we'll get to those, Joe. One of these days we will get to those. But I'm excited about it. Like I said, it's just like you guys agreed with me. When you're looking at a piece like this and they put a price on it, that's not something you think about calling back a couple weeks later, kicking around, because anybody could have walked in the door and bought it. Hey, there's Kevin L. So that's why I did it. That's why when he put a price on it, I knew I had to figure out some way, somehow to take it home that day. And we were able to work something out, and now I can share it all with you guys. So anyway, that's what we've got for tonight. I appreciate you swinging by, spending a little time with us. Got a bunch more videos shot today. We've got a lot of exciting content coming up. We've got some more cool new inventory coming up for you guys tomorrow night, as well as some super cool stuff coming up for members. The new member videos coming up tomorrow night as well. And some pretty cool stuff coming up. So anyway, thanks for being here tonight, guys. Appreciate you swinging by, hanging out for a bit. And stay tuned. We'll get some more stuff coming up. Sunday night, I'm still up in the air. Like I said, I will be out of town this weekend. Thinking I'm going to be back on Sunday, but if I'm not, we may just jump on a bit from the road depending on where I'm at and what my schedule looks like. And if nothing else, we'll try to jump on just for a few minutes and kind of do a catch up for the week, see how things are going with everybody. So keep your eyes posted. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll try to get something up, but the posting part of there, again, just like the going live, posting part of YouTube has not been working. So maybe I'll try to get it up on the No Buddies page if YouTube is not working again, where I can put a post up there. But I'll try to keep you guys posted Sunday as to whether I'm still out of town, and it may be a quick episode if I've got good Wi-Fi or not. So anyway, thanks for being here tonight. Glad you guys enjoyed the cord blueprints. Glad you guys were in agreement with me, and all you guys didn't jump on and say, hey, that's a fake piece of junk. What did you spend money on that for? But anyway, thanks for being here tonight, guys. Stay tuned. More cool stuff coming up, and hopefully we'll see you one way or the other Sunday night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.